Hello, welcome to my channel. This is Carol. Welcome to Carol's Crafty Canvas. Whoops, we get this going. Hi, Christine. Good to see you. We're getting my cameras right here. Hello. I've already got paint on my fingers this morning, so early. And hugs back from Tennessee. All right. Well, I hope everything goes well for you. I have another lady that comes in here. Her name's Christine also. Okay, I can make sure I got everything on here right. Is my sound coming through okay? I'm still fairly new to these live streams. I'm going to start off just by doing a little flip through of a few things, just because I've never really shown any of my stuff I painted. I did this with Painting with Jane. I love that one. I don't do them anymore, of online painting tutorials. This is one I saw a picture of and I painted. I thought that was real cute. I used to do painting classes at the library where I used to work, step-by-step painting classes. Just watercolor. This one I painted with Cinnamon Cooney, the art Sherpa. I'm really proud of that one. And just a bunch of swatches. Practice some water. Tracy Kiernan design. This was playing with watercolor. And it kind of looks like a Hawaiian flower. I thought that was kind of neat. And this is that doodle that I did recently, about 6 months ago. Since I'm going to be doodling today, I wanted to have that one open close by so I could see it. So I can make sure if my brain stops working and I can't think of any designs, which I have that happen quite often. And this is a book that I'm not sure what year it was, I can't remember, that Cinnamon Cooney, the art Sherpa, who is now passed away, it's been a year, had this 1 year class, not really a class, challenge, where she would give you prompts and you could do an original piece of art. And so it was 52 different things. So I'm going to flip through some of these, some tulips. That's distracting, isn't it? There. I don't remember what the prompts were. I need to write those down. Let's skip one. There's a cat there. I don't know if you can see it. I like this one. I did that one with the gift card and a sponge. That's the only two things I used on that to paint it. Save your wings. Just some flowers. This one I was pretty proud of. And that's me. I remember the prompt was quirky, and I had this silly picture of me with this big green spider on my head on Halloween. So I used it. And I think that's a door, like a hobbit door. And a cross. And then a little jar on the beach. I don't remember what the prompt on this one was either. I think it was like ignite or something like that. And this one was fame. I do remember that. He's playing to the crowd. This is a silhouette of my silly dog, Stormy. And this is the one I'm most proud of. I had to stop at her eyes because the paper started balling up on me. This was it was a little bit of watercolor, ink tints, blocks, colored pencil, gel pen, a little bit of everything. And it was from a picture of her that I had found on the internet. Palette knife. Palette knife. I think I got some leaves out of the yard and did something there. Not sure what that is. Oh, and I did this one after when Cinnamon Cooney passed away. This was her very first tutorial, and I thought I would do that. And then some things I found and glued in that I did. That's my ukulele. All right. A stroll down memory lane. Thank you. Well, I have to say, I didn't draw the picture of Lucille Ball. I did trace it, and then I painted it. Because as far as drawing people, I'm not too good at. Some people say that's cheating, but I don't think so. Painting and drawing are two different things. Two different skill sets, in my opinion. Got up really early this morning and did 2 gel prints. And I might doodle on those today also. But today I have these 5 letters that spell color. If I can spell this early in the morning. C-O-L-O-R. So I thought it would be fun to paint these in Doodle. And the best place to start is the beginning. So I'm going to get the C and O. I'm going to get those out and start on those. They have to dry also to paint on. To doodle on. I'm going to get my scraggly looking piece of paper here for background. And I don't have, that's about the whole thing I planned on doing this morning was just a little painting, a little doodling, a little coffee, which I'm working on. Are you prepared for the snow, Christine? Your area, I think, is supposed to get quite a bit. Hey, Dana. How are you? I was just showing a few of my paintings that I did. Ooh, I forgot about that one. That one was creepy. But I was showing the one I was the most proud of with Lucille Ball, and I had to stop when her eyes started balling up because this was just mixed media paper. A lot of different things. I need to start painting again. Sometimes you just move from one type of stuff to another. And now I have these letters, C-O-L-O-R, for color. And that's it. I'm just going to paint and doodle. Ice and snow, Christine. Oh, yeah, us too. Today is going to be cold. We've got everything prepared as well as we can. I wish I had a generator. Yes, Dana, I've seen you paint on your lap sometimes. Yeah, I'm like you. I think that I like to do different things. If I just do the same thing over and over, I'm going to get bored. That's why I go through spurts of like I'll do 2 or 3 videos of one thing and then flip the script and go in another direction. I'm trying to decide how I'm going to paint on these. My little watercolor set that I use for travel that I hardly ever use when I travel, honestly. But it sounds good, right? But there's some good bright colors, so I think I'm going to use those. I've never tried this brush with watercolor. I wonder what it would do. It's awful stiff. Maybe not. All right. Hi, Indigo. Good to see you. I don't know what the temperature is here in Nashville, or I'm close to Nashville. I always say Nashville, even though I'm just close to it. 32 at the moment. Feels like 26. Ugh. What I'm doing is I'm just going to watercolor some letters that spell color and doodle on them. And if I get bored with that, I have, let me get them out, some gel prints I did that I'm working on a video that I want to do some doodling on those also. I did my hand print. And then I was surprised when I had paint on my hands when I turned them over. I don't know what I was expecting. Oh, goodness. 10 degrees. Oh, ugh. I can't remember what these colors were. Oh, there's my little thing right there. Oh, I need to squirt my paints. I haven't watercolored in a while. And so through phases. Dana, I have been enjoying your stencils with my gel plate. Let me tell you. Especially that one with all the little circles on it. I think of all of them, that's my favorite. I like the big circle one too. So I'm not going to do like certain, I'm not going to say, hey, I'm painting a dog. I'm just doing shapes. That way I can doodle on there. I'm trying not to do too many. Yes, today is definitely an inside day. Yeah, they do clean up nice. Those stencils do, which I like. A lot of people just let them get all grungy. That just drives me nuts. I can't do it. I did get my Cricut out of the shed and bring it in the house. It's still in the box. My sister had it for, I would say, 5 years and never got it out of the box. And finally, she gave it to me. And so now I've got it in the box. Let's see, what color do I want with that? Oh, yeah, now I remember why I like these watercolors, even though I don't like this little pan. I have never been a fan of these little pans. Let me let that go. Okay, I'm going to do it like they're going together. I don't know. It's in the other room and I can't look. I'm sure it's one of the older ones. I need to do it for also to make some vinyl things, things that go on your windshield or your car window that people like. I bought a few of those window clings before too, or things that go on your glass cups. I don't mind snow quite so much as the unknown of the, I don't mind snow so much except for the unknown of the ice and whether it's going to like make your electricity go off. I remember a long time ago, the electricity was off for a long time, not at my house, but a lot of people I knew didn't have electricity for like 3 weeks. That's terrible. Yeah, ice is bad. I remember hearing the trees crack and limbs falling. I was in my early 20s, so it's been quite a while. And didn't really realize I was in the middle of such a bad storm. All right, let's see. It needs to dry. I'm gonna put a little fan up here. When I do this, I want to see if y'all can hear it because I don't want you to hear it. Let me get it right. I bet you can hear that, can't you? Well, I would be scared. I hate tornadoes, but I think I might be. Oh, good. I'm glad you can't hear it. I think I'd be more scared of hurricanes because you have to pack everything up, and I'd be the person that would want to pack up every time. Let's go yellow. And a lot of times, my understanding when there's hurricanes, the people will pack up, and then it doesn't get bad, and then they get used to it, and they don't evacuate. Kind of like people will do with tornadoes too, where they tornado warning, and don't even do anything else. And I'm like, I freak out. All right, let's go red. We have two little folding chairs in our hiding place is a closet because we don't have a basement. So we have two little folding chairs in the closet, and we each grab a dog and sit in that chair and hope for the best. Almost dry. Ooh. So that's to go. I'm blowing. There's a tornado happening right here. Okay, so that goes there. So the next one, I want some red on L. I kind of want the colors to look like they're going angled on the next one. So I'll put a little yellow on the top. And I just got a little red in there, so it's not totally yellow. That's all right. No big deal. Dana, when I signed up for the Valentine Hop, I didn't even see that it said Eastern time. I'm going to be up at 7 a.m. That's hilarious. Which I am a morning person. These letters are from. I used to work at a library, and they have this awesome. They call it a curriculum lab, and it's full of die cuts for, say, teachers and churches, but they let anybody come in and use it. And it's got the whole alphabet of these big letters, and then they've got all different sizes of letters, and then they've probably got hundreds of images that you can die cut. No, that's okay, Dana. I'm a morning person. I'll just make my coffee extra strong. But I just thought it was funny when I said, 7 a.m. I'm glad to. It really am. It's fun. Oh, right. Yeah, they have some really cool die cuts at the library. Let me show you another one. So it's two of them. So check out your local library. You never know. They may have that. This is one that is a tag with two little flaps. So it's a pocket tag die cut. And this is also a pocket tag die cut. It's a different shape. So many. They have so many. I used to call it my happy place when I worked there. You go get the key from the boss. And I'd say, "Can I go to the die cut room? It's my happy place." And we weren't busy, so I'd stay back there for quite a while. And also, there's a big laminating machine back there, which I never used, but they used that really good laminating paper. And I would use the leftovers to cut stuff like this and make stencils out of it. Yeah, I did. It became quite comical. Where's Carol? I don't know. Better go check the curriculum lab. They created a monster. The letters are curling a little bit. Okay. O. That goes together. Ooh, that fan's making me cold. The dog's behind me snoring. Sure appreciate y'all coming, because a lot of people are not, well, of course, there's different time zones, but a lot of people are not very morning persons. Not, I used to not be a morning person. Oh, when I worked, I couldn't get up and I was late almost every, not at the library, my previous job before that. I was, I was bad about being late, but thank goodness they were nice to me. As soon as I retired, I started waking up at 6:30 a.m. without trying to. And it really made me mad. What color goes next to that? Let's just do, try not to create muddy tones. Um, Purple will make a mud, but I'm gonna do it anyway. So what? Uh, yeah. After 2 weeks of waking up at 6:30 in the morning, I embraced it. Oh, I already did purple. Oh well. So now I'm just a morning person. My old boss, I told him about it. He couldn't believe it. Yes. The get things laminated at the library is really nice. If it's like my library, it was really inexpensive too, unlike going to the office supply stores. Christine, you're close enough. If I ever have classes at the library again, maybe you could come. I'll always still be a good drive, but you're always more than welcome. Yeah, it was kind of a hard decision to retire, totally retire, but it was time. And that's when I started making videos. So I'm so glad, because my art supplies were sat here for, I would say, a year and a half, and I didn't use them. But as soon as I decided I was going to retire, I got back into it. I was going to put yellow there, but I changed my mind. They really are, Dana, in a way. The Without the computers and people coming to use the computers, the library wouldn't have had very much people come, honestly. Let's try this Prussian blue. Ooh, I think that might be my favorite color. That's okay, Christine. I just thought you really meant it. While these dry, I may doodle on something else. Yeah, I thought this cold weather might be a good time to test out that cricket. Let me get up for just a second. I'll be right back. And look, I learned this from Curiously Michelle. Be right back. All right. It wasn't too long. So my Cricut is a Cricut Explorer 1. Yeah, that blue is awesome. These watercolors are, I can't pronounce it. Chippewa Barbin. Mm. Very vibrant. Okay, they moved this up. Get you next to the fan. I have an assembly line going here. Now my R. So I want the, oh, that goes, no. Oh, I was trying to make it look like the colors kept going, but I should have put the orange there. Oh, well. After I doodle on them, it won't show anyway. Let's see. Let's do sea green since I'm all out of whack anyway. I'm gonna stay with the angle. Not my favorite. They were pretty good. I need to get serious with watercolors, but I don't. I like to play with them like this. I actually, but I haven't done it and I need to do it. Got in contact with the Art Sherpa team and they gave me permission to follow along with Cinnamon's watercolors on YouTube videos. So I can have her sitting to the side and do it as long as I give credit. So I thought that would be awesome. That's right. That's true. Just have fun. I went to this light blue. No, that's boring. This R is boring. I might as well just put brown on it. I'm going to put purple on top of that. I don't like that. Yeah. When I was in high school, I loved watercolor. I used to do landscapes, but I haven't. I've never tried. I just love the vibrant colors. All right, R, you're my last thing. I'm going green. This green here, leaf green, is going to be the first one to run out. I can already tell. I'm really glad about that too, Indigo. I did. It you know what? It made me literally cry. I was surprised when I got choked up when I heard. But when you spend hours with someone, whether it's online or in person, you still have a connection. And yeah, that was so sad. So she was so too young. And then her husband got sick and he almost died, but he's better now. I think it was grief, honestly. I did too. I spent so many hours with her, so many. Let me move these out of the way and I'll show you that other book that I showed in the very beginning while these dry. Where'd you go, book? There you are. We have a lot of paintings of Cinnamon's that I did where I followed along on actual canvases. My room here is surrounded on the wall But there's a lot of them that I would practice in this book or other books. Some of them are just silly. Not everything's fine art, that's for sure. This was painting with Jane. I liked a few of hers also. This was just a picture I saw and I painted. Just messing around. This is one I did. One of the last ones I did with Cinnamon Cooney, the Beetlejuice worm. I guess that's what that is. Is that the last one? Oh, that's a Tracy Kiernan messing around with watercolors. That's it. I do have a lot, but most of them are on canvas. I started running out of room. Yep. Yeah, I started running out of room for all these canvases, and that's what I decided I was going to have to go small, go into a book. That mess. I need to uncurl these so I can doodle on them. So now my question is, am I going to doodle with markers or my little squirty bottles? For both. I have seen people do that. I always talk about the library, but they had a craft there, one of the other people that worked there, and they did that. They did it for Halloween. Paper keeps moving. That's really cool. Someone had donated a bunch to the library. I've had my friend there keeping her eyes open in the donations for the Reader's Digest condensed books. And I finally got me a couple because I like making altered books with those. Uncurl. Uncurl, please. It feels pretty dry. I'm going to give it a quick blow dry. I'm going to move these. Move all the way, buddy. So this might be loud for a minute, but I need them to be good and dry. I did too, Indigo. I used to read them because a lot of times I wouldn't want to read a whole book. And then I would just either sell them at a yard sale or donate them somewhere. Yep. I've got my friend's brother watching for them too, where he likes to go to estate sales. And he said he has some. This is curled now too. Bug me. There. This is eventually going to be something. It's getting closer. All right, see what we're going to do. I need something white underneath me for that, though. Okay. Easy enough. A friend of mine donated a bunch of coloring pages that she did. They're giant coloring pages. She said, here, use them. Well, I sure will. Okay, squirty bottles or markers. No, I got to do the squirty bottles. Can't help it. I can't help it. So, I don't know. I know y'all mostly have seen these. My little fine tipped bottles. I just call them my squirty bottles. If I do these, I can't do intricate designs though. Let me rethink. Decisions. I feel like these might get lost on there. I'm at a standstill. That's the difference between brain stop. Oh, the difference between when you make videos and edit them and when you do lives, like right now, this would be edited out because my brain has just stopped. My sister gave me these. They write in silver, but they have a little outline of color on them. Those are kind of neat. I'm going to test a color on here and see what it does. I don't know how these would mark on here. Well, they're marking pretty good. Some markers will not. Do I need to zoom in? Some markers will not mark on paint. They just kind of disappear and fade away. Make sure I haven't missed anything here. Yeah, the Reader's Digest, they make good little object books, and plus the pages you take out of them, they're really good to paint on. I want to make those bigger. I'm going to make these bigger, and then I'm going to outline them with the black pen. Oh, I say. Look like those candies they used to sell at the movie theaters. Yeah, I'm gonna have to learn that cricket. I've been wanting to for years. Even at the library, they had one. They have that you can make things that you can iron onto your shirts. Yes, good and plenty. That's right. Except for the black ones, the licorice ones. No, thank you. Good and plenty. Oh goodness. Boy, that's a blast from the past. Good and plenty. All right. Well, there's good and plenty on the green. Now for that, I wonder if white would even show up there. Sometimes I'm gonna check white on white. Oh gee, does it work? That doesn't much work, does it? When I use white on this, I'm gonna have to use I want to use white on the purple. That's when squirty bottles come to the rescue. Because that white will show. This is watered down white craft paint, not too watery. I'm going to put not real circles, kind of wonky circles on the purple. When you go wonky on purpose, there's no pressure to make them perfect. So it's just awesome. I'm going to go off the edge a little too. Then I might put something inside these when they're dry. I have some glitter recollections. It's clear, but it seems to take on the color of whatever's underneath that. So that would be cool inside those circles. Now I have to be careful not to put my hand in that. Famous last words. We used to these letters were great for they had capital letters and small letters. And when I would decorate the lobby at the library, they would be good for whatever holiday it was or whatever time of year. When they have this butterfly die cut that is, I'll have to share some of those. The I did rainbow of butterflies coming out of the book drop where it started with the purple and then it went to the blue and it just more butterflies and more butterflies. Before I knew it, there was probably 100 butterflies stuck to the wall. But it was fun. It was fun. Ooh, I just got to chill. You know what? Since I went wonky with it, I'm going to not make them go the same way. I'm going to let them be to their own drum. Oh my goodness, Indigo. You have the whole jelly bean bag. Ooh, I'm old too, but I don't like licorice. Hi, Beatrice from France. I'm so glad to see you. You finally got to get here. That's really good. What time is it where you are? I'm so glad you're here. That's special. Because usually when I'm on, I think it's probably the middle of the night for you. Take a drink of my coffee. Oh, 4 p.m. That's good. All right. What I'm doing now is I've got the word color and I've painted them all different colors. And now I'm doodling on them with the squirty bottles of paint and also with some markers. That's what I'm doing at the moment and drinking coffee. We're batting down, ready for some snow and ice. Have the makings for some good soup. Ah, I love a rocking chair, but if it's not going to rock, yeah. I have a recliner, but it rocks when it's not reclined. That's my favorite kind of chair. Okay, now let's see. What design am I going to put on this one? There's only so many things I do. I'm trying not to. Let's see if green will show up there. What color do I have? What color do I have? Well, I've already got green. I'm trying to go different colories here. That's purple. Yellow. Yellow and blue make green. Let's just see if it does. Hmm. Leave a sample out. I go blank when I start doing doodles. If I don't have something with a sample, like this thing, I just will go blank. Oh, pardon me. Let's see. I will do squiggles if it'll let me. Mm, That's the bad thing about watercolors. You know what? Once again, squirty bottles to the rescue. I'm going to use yellow. Hope it'll come out. I have a little pen here. Sometimes I have to poke a pen in it and kind of wake it up or unclog it. There we go. So I'm going to put yellow paint there instead of that marker. Yeah, I love these things anyway. But that's when I start getting my finger in everything. Okay. I'll start over here. I'm gonna hang these on the wall in my art room. Yep, that's the way I am. My phone's full of screenshots too from all kinds of doodles. All right. And because I'm going to have to set this one aside to dry anyway, these little good and plenties, I'm going to, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? I'm going to get black out, but I'm green, orange. Decisions, decisions. I'm going to get the blue squirty bottle and go around them. Pinterest is good. Whenever you get that block and you don't know what to do, you type in one thing and start looking, and everything pops up. I love Pinterest. Oop, my fingers getting dirty. So now I'm just going to use this light blue. It's light blue permanent, actually, and circle all of these. Since it has to dry anyway, might as well fancy it up. These squirty bottles are my happy place. Ooh, look at that. I tried these on the gel plate. It was not good. It was too thick. And then when I did pull the print, it was all crackly. Oh, I have a computer over here. All right. So if y'all wouldn't mind, I would love it if you would hit the like button down below while I'm live. It might help the YouTube algorithm, which is a fickle thing. These are kind of thick. That's going to take a while to dry. I thought about getting a bunch of the smaller letters and doing the same thing, or I could copy these, make them every letter of the alphabet, and then scan them and shrink them and use them for journaling. That would be keep me busy for a while. Now, when I get to this point, it's hard to hold down. I'll grab an eraser, a pencil, and I'll put the eraser somewhere. When these are totally dry, I may ink the edges just to make them stand out more when I put them on the wall. Yeah, Pinterest is a rabbit hole, that's for sure. some of these things, it's a good thing they didn't exist when I worked at my first job, when I was doing like budget and finance and working on Excel sheets. And hey, I'm so old. I was doing accounting before Excel on spreadsheets, the ones that they now call vintage and junk journals. I used to use those. That makes me feel kind of funny. Oh, that'd be cute, Dana. Oh, put that on my little rack to dry. All right. Oh, 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 oh. Ice cold milk and an Oreo cookie. That just popped in my head. Orange. That's got fingerprints on it. I need something dark to just cover those fingerprints up. Let's see. Always go to pink, purple, and blue. It's a ailment. I can't help myself. Now, about the only thing that'll go there is red, I guess. It's a good idea. I've got a right now in the hallway a vacuum cleaner with a sign on it that says live streaming, do not enter. I'm just going to do X's. Pardon me. And then I will outline them. Not my favorite, but I've done it now. When when you do something at first, you're like, oh, why did I do that for? We'll have to look on my little thing of doodles. I've ran out of ideas. All right, exes. Now, should get a stencil out. No, I don't want to do that. Hmm. Oh, I think white on purple a minute ago. No, I'm gonna do squares. Okay. Oh, triangles. I'll do that next on the next one on the blue. Should just go wonky with these. Too late now. I'll do the triangles wonky. You've got that dumb Oreo cookie song in my head. Goodness. Oh, she makes awesome stencils. I was working earlier. Let me show you. I don't have them all out, but I have a few. Here's one that I love. And here's another one that I love. And this one is my favorite. I can't stop using this one. Sure enough, and I have a few more too. Love them, love them, love them. I got distracted. Is that your favorite one, Dana? Oh, you're a stencil addict? Yeah. Yeah, I've got to go through my stuff, my craft supplies, get rid of what I don't use so I can get some more good stuff. I might put dots on around there too. Let's cold milk in an Oreo cookie. Yeah, they're really fun on the gel plate. They clean up really well too. Is that stencil material or is that file folders that you use? I've never used a Cricut before. All right, there she blows. There she blows. Got the X's. I've got this thing on my other computer full of being a contortionist over here, looking at something. Where'd you go, buddy? Oh, I know one I like. I'm gonna do triangles on the next one so I don't have triangles and squares next to each other. Got one I like that's just lines. Squirty bottles. I guess that's the route I'm going. I'm doing the bright, brilliant yellow green. Hi, Carol, my quiet corner. Good to see you. I am doodling, I am dropping stuff, but I have the word color that I painted with watercolor, and now I'm doodling on it with my little squirty bottles of watered down acrylic paint. That's what's happening and drinking coffee. Trying to think of ideas for different doodles. So I'm gonna do lines here, and then I'm gonna do some triangles on the next one. Started out using markers, but these bottles just do better. We're gonna do 3 lines up and 3 lines down. Hope you're doing well. We have, I don't know if you've noticed, there's an abundance of carols doing YouTube. I didn't notice it until I started going to some of the live streams. I was like, wow, there's a lot of carols. Because in my real life, I'm the only one. It's pretty funny. So I was going to change my name to Carol's Crafty Quiet Canvas in the Corner. This blue with this green makes me happy. I love lime green. It's one of my favorite colors. There we go. That's so funny. I guess Carols are crafty and creative and they like to be quiet in the corner. Not really. Not quiet. I started out crooked here. But it's funny when you go in and there's already somebody else there and they're saying, oh, there's another Carol. Oh, there's another Carol. I like that one. Oops, started from the wrong side. This is when I went down the rabbit hole with these little squirty bottles, just as a fluke. Who knew that it would be something I enjoy so much? I really think that it would be fun to do it on a canvas somehow. I'm going to show you what I found. There's a place called Ollie's. I don't know if you've ever been there. I'm like, dang it, that's hilarious. Look, 3D dot paint. It's dimensional fabric paint, but I'm pretty sure there's little fine tips on that. And so I had to get that to try. I know I don't really paint on fabric, but if I was to make a journal and the cover was fabric, that might be good. I don't guess you have to use fabric. Ollie's can be dangerous to go to. They have a lot of neat stuff. Now the shapes of these sometimes get a little questionable. That's all I'm gonna say about that, as Forrest Gump said. Ooh, now I'm being conscious of it. The green and the blue were basics paint and it was thicker and it was harder to get in the bottles, but the consistency of it's different too as I'm squirting them. All right, almost there. It's time for L. These would be fun for like a teenage girl to make her name for her room. If you had one, I don't have any. All the people in my family are grown, and no one seems to be wanting to have babies. Just gotta chill. Oh, they have Joanne's closeout stuff, a lot of it. No wonder they have so much stuff because I wondered why they had the good stuff, you know? There is a lot of like bookmaking things there. And I think they have a lot of cricket stuff too. I'm thinking about going around those X's. They're just they're ugly to me. Ugly. You so ugly. Pardon me. I'm going to try this gel pen, which sometimes works and sometimes doesn't. That'll work. Yeah, that's better. Sometimes a doodle just needs more doodle. I made white chicken chili 2 days ago, and it was good. So I've got that left over for today. I don't see how you all keep those sales organized when you're. Oh, thank you, Beatrice. I like yours too. I've seen some of the stuff that you've shared in the PM artist group. Ooh, chili. Bye, Beatrice. Have a nice day. Thanks for coming. I appreciate you. He's sweet. Doing pretty good. Doing pretty good. 2 letters down, almost. Running out of places to put my finger. All right. Pen wrote right on top of it. All right, there's O. I hear you. Bye. Oh, I thought that was you saying bye. Yeah, I need more coffee. And I have a big old cup. Oh, COL. All right, little L. What am I going to do? What color have I not used? And then now that's what I'm doing. I'm just using every color I can think of. So now I have purple in the squirty bottles. And I have, I thought, a bunch of screenshots of, you know what? I changed phones and everything is all messed up now. I hate changing phones because you have everything that you need and the cloud decides you don't need it. I used to hate coffee but love the smell of it. And then I discovered creamer with flavors in it. I wish I never did. I'm going to do a search real quick for doodles. Doodles. Images. Stars and triangles and flowers and little suns. That's my parfum. This is over here. Is this the one? Yep. If only I had Stretch Armstrong arms, I could reach everything in my craft room. I've got this book, this thing here. That's, yes, got some doodles in it that I can look at. I did that at the hospital, waiting on somebody one day. There's some doodles. Different ones to use as inspiration. There's another one I did. All right. That'll help. What's a copy? Okay. All right. That's one I did. That might be the same one. No, it's a different one. When I take someone to the hospital or the doctor's office and I have to wait a long time, I'll take a Sharpie and some paper and doodle. All right, I'm going to put some triangles. What color? Purple. Purple triangles. Then I might do a spiral. Okay, come out. You started drinking coffee with your grandma when you were 3. Oh, that's sweet. More milk than coffee. That's cute. I was actually born in the North, but raised in the South by everybody else in my family's Northern. And our neighbors, very Southern, they would get coffee and break up a biscuit and put it in their coffee and then eat the biscuit. Sick. I do not like biscuits. Yeah, you have to have something to do when you're waiting like that. My friend's grandmother used to get offended because I wouldn't eat biscuits. But I'm like, man, what do you do when you don't like something? I still don't like them. Vanilla wafers with butter. My mom would put icing on vanilla wafers because they wouldn't sweeten. Oh no, excuse me, that was graham crackers, not vanilla wafers. Graham crackers. I like what is it? Chocolate and marshmallow on graham crackers. A good old s'more. Mm, not very often though. All right, there's that. That looks funny. I'll put a little gold in that when that's dry. Okay. Now I'm going to do a spiral here on the red. And then I'll go white again. The white looks good on a lot of these. Butter on graham crackers. I used to have a friend that whenever I made vegetable soup, she would get butter before she'd eat it. She'd put a big old blob of butter in it and let it melt. He liked butter on everything. I want to come out. Is my hand covering that up? No, almost too far up. One of the reasons I don't do painting videos is because my hand is always like this when I paint. Because I tried to record one once. I guess I could use a long paintbrush, but I don't know. I just haven't felt it in a long time. I think you have a love affair with vanilla wafers. That's funny. Do you like them in banana pudding? Mmm. My friend makes some good banana pudding. So funny. It's funny too, the different regions, the things they make. This game I used to play, a lot of the people I played with were from the UK, and they kept talking about pasties, and they meant painting. Hey, Joyce, good to see you. I'm doodling on letters, but my friends in the UK were talking about pasties, and they were talking about pastries like cookies. But all I could think of was pasties that exotic dancers use to cover certain things up. And so I kept trying to explain to them what I thought they were talking about, and the censor kept bleeping me out. It was funny. Goodness. Yeah. Every time they said pasties, I'd get tickled. Oh, good times. And when they said, one of them said, I think I need some pasties. I was like, what? Oh, goodness. Joyce, I have painted, I'm doing the letters, the word color, and I've painted them all with watercolor, and now I'm doodling on them. I was going to use these markers, but of course, I moved over to my painty bottles, squirty bottles, because that's where my love is, I guess. I haven't used black yet. What am I gonna do? Let's use yellow. Let me look at one of my little designs here. These are kind of hard to do with the squirt bottles. This lined one though with the dots, I bet I can do. Well, I just realized I was looking at that middle line. I never put the dots on. That's funny. Let's see if this will come out. Yep. All right, yellow. That's what we're doing. I'm gonna try to go straight with it here. Does that show? Yeah, it shows biscuits. And so when I say biscuits, you're thinking cookies. You knew exactly what pasties were, didn't you? And my friends were cracking up when I was trying to explain. It's hard to describe something when you can't say the words. Little round sticky circles that you put over the things on your chest is how I ended up being able to describe it without the censor getting me. Mm. Gotcha, gotcha. You doing okay, Joyce? Joyce is my sister, and she paints. That's why her name is Joyce Paints. She paints lovely, though. I want to show you something she painted. Is it okay, Joyce, if I show something you painted? Okay, here we go. Isn't that the cutest? I love it. She does a good job. I love it. It sits right here in front of me. We've got other things too. That's the one that's to me. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad everybody's here. Y'all really made my day. I'm gonna try to do this every other Friday. Okay, now I'm gonna put those little circles on here, or I guess big circles. This is kind of juicy. Some of them's got more water in it than the other one. This one's got quite a bit of water. Let me shake that up. It feels funny. I like that design pretty good. Another letter bites the dust. Okay. These are gonna look so cute on my wall. Let me get them up closer to me. There's the C that I did already. There's the first O. Now I have the L done. All right. COLOR. Looks like a life preserver. It's kind of curled. Let's see if I can uncurl that a little bit. Thank you. Yep. Joy came to my one of my first painting classes at the library, and she fell in love with painting and just took off. Just yes, that's called the student out performed the teacher, definitely. And I know that since y'all know who Cinnamon Cooney is, the art Sherpa, you know who her mom is, right? What's her name? Ginger Cook. Me and my sister always say she's Ginger Cook and I'm Cinnamon Cooney as far as our tastes and paintings go and stuff. Okay. What am I doing? What am I doing? I need to get a little gold out, don't I? Oh, I haven't got this one out, have I? Nope, pink on the yellow. All right, pink on the yellow. Let's see. These are, I'm going to try that one there, but I'm not going to do double lines. All right. Squigglies and then polka dots. I'll try to be symmetrical here. Oh, went off. Get back over there, buddy. Oh, sorry, I got focused in. Sometimes when I do this stuff, my brain just, which is why I like doing it, my brain just stops and gets relaxed. There we go. All right. It still looks like a life preserver to me. Ginger Cook, I really love her work, but I just had a hard time following along with her because hers were more serious and Cinnamon's just more whimsical. I'll put a different color in there. Will that lime green even show in there? Nope, I'm gonna put blue. I'm gonna put blue dots inside. Oops, I always got my middle finger sticking up without realizing it. Ginger Cook, it was Cinnamon Cooney's mom, and they were both talented, but in just such different styles. Painting and doodles. All right, still looks like a life preserver to me. That's true. That's true. I've gotten more mushy in my older age, though, but I still have to play a joke every now and then. Yeah, when my sister turned, I think it was 50, I think. I was going to get her, I was going to get her, was what I was going to do. I was going to get her good. And my mom talked me out of it. She said, "Oh, you might hurt her feelings." So I didn't. And then Joyce said she was disappointed I didn't get her. I was like, well, just wait till you hit 60. Oh, was it 40? I know it was one of the ones that ended with a zero. Too funny. Yeah. You might hurt her feelings. That's funny though. Okay. Get on it, Carol. Get on it. What you gonna do? I'm gonna do I guess that's what I'm doing. I don't know if I had sensitive feelings or not. I might have. I know one time I was spent a week with my grandfather, who I hardly ever did that. And he smashed his finger with a hammer. He didn't know I was listening. And he said, I think he said shit. And I went and cried because he said shit. Oh, so innocent, so innocent. I mean, I would have said it too had I smashed my finger with a hammer. This looks like a bunch of no's, like no smoking, no whatevers. No, 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 no. I got them close together on that side. Not my favorite. I'm going to go back to dots on the next one, I think. When those dry, I can put some gold in those circles or something. I'm just going to do lines this way on this one. I'm going to use yellow since it's next to the yellow. That might show up nicely. I'm going to draw lines. And then I'm going to do a doodle in each section. Almost put my finger in it. Where'd my pencil go? Sometimes when it starts getting full of paint, I'll use the eraser to hold it. All right, I'm looking over here at a sample. It's got a dot, and then it just starts doing circles. This one's getting full of paint. Mine. And then it would do a dot in a different spot. Oh, this is that one that's watery. This one's pretty juicy. Juicy. Okay. I got right here on this one. It's funny doing this with paint rather than a Sharpie like I usually do. Well, look, that happened to go together. So that just gave me an idea. Sure did, sure did. Where am I going to put my finger? Right there. I'll get that one. Right there. Yeah, I like it when they go together like that. All right. I can pick it up. I really like that bottom one. I hadn't done that before. Cool. Let me put it over my rack over here to dry. All right. I still haven't used black, which is good. I was trying not to because I'm wanting to use it for like the outline letters, I think, when they're dry, which that won't be today. It takes them a while to dry. Let's see, curly. Don't be curly. There we go. Oh, me. Van Gogh. I had this guy that worked at the library. He was insistent on saying, I can't say it, Van Gogh. People say Van Gogh instead of Van Gogh. I said, well, they may say it there that way. I said, we say Van Gogh. But he said he just said it really funny. And every time he said it, I'd laugh. He was pompous about it. I don't think that color will go anywhere on this color. I don't like that color. This is what I've been looking at on ideas. I did that one already. Some of them I think I can do. I'm going to do the lines with the little circles, I think. I kind of did that already, but I'm going to do a different version of it. What color did I do? Oh, that was yellow. Okay. I'm going to do white. And I'm going to draw the circles first, kind of in a line. My little dog snoring. Joyce. Oh, who's leaving? Bye, Carol. Thanks for coming. Do you have your live at 10 today? She gone? I think she has a live at 10 today. Hope to see you soon. Was I saying something? My brain, my brain. I saw Devin Rex for Art do a gel print pool where she used cassette tapes and then colored the white spaces with really bright colors. And it looked so 80s and so cool looking. It is good for the brain and the soul. Art is good for your brain and good for your soul. I'm going to put some lime green in the middle of those dots just because I want to. I like how this stuff is textured when it dries. The dots, especially, are lumpy. Yeah, I think that Carol, My Quiet Corner, does a live every Friday at 10 a.m., if I'm not mistaken. So I definitely, when I get through here, I'm going to go watch her and get another cup of coffee. So I'll put yellow on purple. They be complementary colors. So that should be fun. Let's see, what am I going to do? Ooh, I could do that little wavy thing and put different things in there. I'll do it this way. And I'm going to put stripes in the first middle one. Actually, I'm going to do curves, curvy stripes. That's true. I do too. If I don't create or do something, even if it's just cutting up little pieces of paper, fussy cutting, which people say I'm crazy, but I like the fussy cut. This just clogged up. I like fussy cutting. It's relaxing to me. Of course, I leave a mess in my wake. Joyce, I'm glad you've been painting so much again. Makes me happy. Dana, are y'all doing your live tonight? Oh, we're getting clogged up again. I'm gonna have to open this up. 3 p.m. Becky is having a fabric sale. Oh, okay. That Eastern time. All right, now which is the second one I want to do? Just some polka dots. Do I want to stay yellow? Yeah. Do I? Actually, I'm going a different route. I just like it like that. I'm gonna leave that one like that and just leave it with a little extra blank space. Oh, I dropped it on top. Okay, what am I gonna do for the last section? Pink, because pink and green are just awesome together. This last piece has to be something really neat. Let's see. Ooh, I'm getting a chill. Hmm. Some of this stuff be too hard to do with these squirt bottles. I'm looking at my samples. Let's see. Going that way or this way? I'm going this way. Okay. Doing lines. Oh yeah, that pink looks good on that. Woodman shot. Yeah. I'm gonna wait before I put it on this very bottom because I need some place for my hand to be. And where'd that one go? I'm gonna do those dots again. Every other one. Right in there. Thank you. It is a good community, Joyce. It really is. Everybody supports each other. And the best thing about doing the lives is I don't have to spend 8 hours editing a video. So I really do like that too. I'm wondering if that every other one I just need to leave flat. I think so. Okay. I'm going to clean this up and pull these out and put them beside each other if I can. I may not be able to, they're so big. Squirty bottles. Once again, I've got the heat on, but not very high because I hate to be hot, but I may have to turn it up. I'm getting cold. Wavy lines top to bottom and different size dots instead of all the same. Yeah, at first I was thinking about putting squares or just up and down little things. I need to make a sample book. I like your idea about doing that. That way you have something to go back to because you kind of, especially if you're on live, you don't know, you kind of panic for a minute, or at least I do. Other people are so calm and collected, and I always feel like I'm just a little chaotic. Okay, I'm gonna pull this zoom out. Let me move these out of the way. If I can get through this without getting paint, smashing paint, that'll be a miracle. All right. Whoop. Almost did it right after I said it. Have mercy. Okay, do move over. Okay. They may not all fit. They're not going to fit in order, that's for sure. You go up there, Elle. See. See if there's any tweaks I need to do. Get up there, Elle. Oh, that sea is almost dry. Now, let's see if there's any tweaks needing to be done here. I do not like those nose. That's what they look like to me. No smoking, no this, no that. I used to smoke. That's why I see that. I see no smoking when I see that. Hmm. Let's see. I got to put a dot in there or something to get rid of that. That's bugging me. Got to put a dot in the middle of it. If you don't know what to do, put a dot. Yeah, now it doesn't look like a bunch of nose to me. Got enough nose in real life. I don't need my art telling me no. This one's thick. Giving me carpal tunnel, squeezing it. There. I feel better with that. Oh, yeah, I could have done that too. Another line made it like an X. I feel like those need a dot in them. See, I can't stop. Once I start, I can't stop. Yeah, I like that better. I think I'm going to call it done. It is true. It is true. Okay, I better stop touching them. I know how I am. I think I'm going to call it done, everyone. I appreciate y'all so much coming to watch and visit and chat. It's been really fun. And people who come and watch on the replay, I appreciate you so much also. Leave a comment. Tell me what you like, what you don't. The one thing I'm working on, I'm in the middle of doing the video, is I've gel printed some bags and I'm going to make a journal out of them. Thanks so much for coming, everyone. I appreciate it. And Carol, My Quiet Corner, I think has her live at 10 a.m., which is, well, for me, 10 a.m. for me, in about 8 or 9 minutes. So I might go over there and visit with them for a while now. I appreciate everyone being here. And I'd like to thank you for watching, and I hope you come back. Bye. Everybody stay safe in all this snow. Ooh, I don't like cold. Okay. I hope you come back. Bye, everybody. Now, how do I turn it off? Where are the button? Okay, there we go. There's the button. Bye.